Bournemouth's start to our 9th Premier League season has been full of excitement so far. This weekend, we kicked off our home campaign with a hard-fought 1-0 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers. It was a game where 21 men walked off the pitch at the end. Standard. Cherries were not guilty of taking their chances. We've seen that before. But the injection of some new names and faces, they've got us absolutely buzzing. So, not a bad pun, actually, considering we're playing Brentford next. But we need to talk about the game. We need to talk about the weekend. Tom, we're back. And, it's good to be back, isn't it?
It is, mate. We said it with the Liverpool game, but great to be back at home. And, again, see really exciting football. The start, we'll obviously get into it, but right from the off, that intensity, that energy, it's there straight away and irrelevable. So really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed being back at home and watching a win.
Yeah, absolutely superb. Not everything was great. We'll talk about that later on, but I'll tell you what, it was great for the women's team also on Sunday. Last minute against #United. I'm so glad. But out of any team like #, you just want to beat the new kids on the block. I mean, I know they've been around for quite a while, but it was a last minute goal from Kelsey Bowers actually, drifting in at the far post. I think Kenny Thompson down the left-hand flank managed to outwit her marker. Good strength shown. Lovely left-footed cross. And there she was, just to caress it into the back of the net. Still unbeaten, mate.
Well, I don't know if they'll ever lose, to be honest.
Will they?
It's an unbelievable record. So, yeah, really good to see them kick on in that league as well.
So, fair play to them. And there's been a fair bit of news concerning AFC Bournemouth in and around this game as well. So, we'll tackle that first before we get on to the game itself. But a few players moving away from Dean Court, including Phil Bill.
Yes, looked like I think we all expected it. And then as soon as he won in the squad, the last game before, he's definitely going. But it looked like there might be a championship club, but now it looks like he's going back to Denmark for, can you pronounce him? Midtjylland?
For about 5 million, right?
Yeah, it's not, you're never going to get a massive fee for him now, but it's obviously a chunk of the wages. So, the whole wage bill, I think he's probably one of the better paid ones. So, decent, and he needs to go. He needs to go and play, and he'll do well there. We've been linked with one of their wingers, Azorio.
Oh yeah, Darius, because I made the colourblind joke or something, didn't I, on the previous show?
Yes, you did. And he plays for them, so I don't know if there's something in that, but again, I think Bill's just gone back out to Denmark, and I think he'll do well there. And I wish him all the best, mate, because he's been amazing for us, hasn't he, over the years. It's just last few, it's just probably just got a bit stale for him, and he needs to go and play footy.
They've got European pedigree though, haven't they? I don't know whether they're in Europe this season, are they?
I'm not 100% sure. For as nerdy as I am, I don't keep too close an eye on the Danish league. But they're always one of the better teams, so I would have thought they will probably be in one of them, especially now there's 3 European competitions. So I would have thought so.
What's this about Daniel Aduajay, mate? This is an older move, to say the least. It's a move to Rijeka in Croatia, which I think is one of the clubs that Black Knight Football Club is looking to acquire. So that move, I thought it might be a loan then in that case, or maybe it's the option to buy perhaps, which I don't know. The finer details haven't really been said so far, but it looks like he's going there on a permanent. Seems a bit obscure though. Does
seem very random, a bit strange. Yes, obviously it looks like that's going to be one of Bill Foley's next projects for the Maltag club, so that's why he's obviously going to go there. But I just like you, I just thought, well, that's a loan. But what's weird is I mean, this might change by the time this goes out, but everything I've seen is just it's a permanent. Well, how much?
How much?
I feel like I'm watching Antiques Roadshow, when they start and we got this back from them. I'm just going, how much? That's what I feel like. So I don't know how much we're going to get for him, but I would have thought, not that I know loads about the Croatian league either, I would have thought he'd do all right there. Could we just
take some time out and just have a think about the fact that Tom watches Antiques Roadshow?
Good, mate.
You so don't, do you?
No, definitely.
Anyway, also Alex Poulsen as well. Who is our number 2 keeper? Is it Will Dennis? Because it looks like he's going to Lechia Gdansk in Poland.
Another one that, again, Alex Poulsen needs to play. Of course he does. There's something not right in the fact that he was there available for pre-season but didn't play. Something that we maybe didn't like, or Andoni didn't like. In the way he was, I don't know, because obviously Neto played, who we knew was probably going to leave, and I think it's literally been a case of he thinks Will Dennis is a better goalkeeper, so
could well be.
So Poulsen's going out on loan. I guess you'd rather Poulsen play in somewhere than Dennis, because Dennis is that bit older.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then I thought he was so highly rated, this guy, that I thought, I mean, Lechia Gdansk.
Yeah.
I mean, are we going to buy them as well? Is this a Polish club? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I want him to go and play, but it is a strange one because I really thought he's going to break through, being the number 2, playing the Cups. But now I think we're going to see Super Bowl Dennis in goal tomorrow night. Yeah,
well, Paulson was seen in their grandstand watching the side's 1-0 win against their local rivals, who, of course, are Arca Gnidia.
Yeah, good outfit.
Great outfit.
I'm surprised whoever the goalie was. Surprised they'd drop it in. Do you know what I mean?
There are also some rumours about Araujo going to Seville as well, aren't there?
Yes, I've seen that. Again, I don't know if potentially Seville were looking for a right back, and it's kind of one of them things where he's not playing regularly at Bournemouth. Could we afford to do a loan for Araujo? Because he needs to be playing.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
But I don't think he's not ready to start for us week in, week out.
Nah.
Could we afford to let him go on loan? I don't know, because obviously we already had with Aarons.
Yeah.
But it feels like if something would happen to Smith, you'd go Hill.
Mm.
And then also you've got to remember that how strong the midfield is, and Lewis Cook's got to come back.
James Hill, of course, there was a link with Leeds, but they're signing someone else, right?
James Justin, isn't it?
Yeah, so they are unlikely to be pursuing James Hill, you would think.
Yeah, and I think they probably showed some sort of interest, but I reckon we turned that right down. I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
And also, his agent's probably, he needs a new deal. I'd like to, obviously, we keep saying about Andoni, and that is the one we really want, but I really want James Hill, Marcos Senesi, and David Brooks to sign something soon.
He's shown a bit of versatility as well, James Hill. We'll talk about it, of course, but in the summer series we saw it even towards the end of the Wolves match. He filled a role that he doesn't usually do, and he did well with it. There are also some rumours surfacing as well about Axel Disasi. Some direct contact has been made with Chelsea, said Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah, I think we mentioned this on one of the shows last week, didn't we, that it was rumoured, but we didn't know how quickly that was going down. I think we said, not really for me, but we need to not be too, because he could end up coming.
Yeah.
And obviously then if he comes, you back him and hope he's turned a bit of a corner. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are saying, I think it was Monaco he was at before Chelsea. A lot of people saying, and Chelsea must sign him for a reason. So a lot of people are saying he was really good there. Maybe being at like a club near the top like Chelsea and then Villa on loan in the Champions League, maybe that was just a little bit too much for him and maybe this will suit him more. I think the versatility probably helps. He has played full-back as well. He's slow, so he's got a bit of pace about him. I just always thought he's one of them that looks like he's got a ricket.
Yeah.
But listen, if he comes, mate, we'll back him. But there's still no more on whether it's going to be a permanent or a loan with an option or what. The only thing that surprised me a little bit is I think he's late 20s.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really fit our model to go and spend over 20 million on someone that age. But we'll see, mate. And obviously he knows Petro in goal. So
true, yeah.
Maybe he's heard good things and all that stuff. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Either way, I think it feels like we are in a better place pre-Wolves as we were pre-Liverpool. I think the bench emphasised that. Look, we will have a look at the teams very, very shortly. We put a post out on social media this morning, actually, because there's been a little bit of conversation about this, which I think we should tackle, and that is the queuing to get into Vitality Stadium. You're, of course, in the North Stand.
I am indeed.
I was in the North Stand for this one. I did a circuit of the ground. The Ted McDougall just seemed the same as usual. The East Stand actually looked all right. I don't know what it was with the North Stand, mate, but it was a hodgepodge of people and queuing back into sort of where the Great Escape was.
Yeah.
Had no idea which queue was which.
That was the problem. I don't think there was any.
Place.
Yeah, you couldn't really work out where you were supposed to be queuing.
No.
I don't know if sometimes another queue forms that shouldn't. I think there needs to be a bit more. I don't know if it's just more bodies inside, because sometimes you can just get loads more stewards there and it doesn't solve the issue. But you certainly need a little bit, someone kind of controlling things a little bit, and a bit more kind of communication between people. I don't know if it's obviously some have got on the app now, whereas others have got the actual physical cards like I have. But I felt like it looked more like one of the queues in particular, the searches were so long, and listen, they've got a search.
Yeah.
But there was sometimes I was thinking, it's like a kid and they're searching him for maybe a minute. I'm like, I mean, I've had a problem before, haven't I, previously with searches and stuff, and I just think sometimes, I don't know, sometimes it feels like you just got to get lucky with the queue and who you get searched by. And they talk to you before, don't they? Go, is it all right if I say, just search me?
Just get with it.
Get on with it and get us in.
Yeah.
But I know it was typical when something like that happens. I was in fine and saw it, but every time something like that happens, you score early.
Yeah.
And and as soon as we scored, I did turn to my mate and say, I bet there's a few that missed that, because you could just tell.
Yeah, there were absolutely.
And there was.
There was
Chris Smith missed that, I think.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not good enough.
All I would say is, like, thank God the fan zone is being planned for the southwestern corner rather than the northwestern corner as it is now, because trying to kind of navigate around that area was like the London Underground. It was so busy.
I'm not looking forward to cup game, because cup games are always worse.
Yeah, oh my
generally,
God,
because you get a lot of people that don't go regularly, so might click the wrong thing and then it won't let them in.
They'll go to the wrong gate or something like that. I mean, I got in the queue about 2:30 and sat down at 2:59.
See, that's true.
Last season, it took a third of that time.
That's true, because I appreciate what people say. You see a few people saying, we'll get there early. I shouldn't have to. Yeah. I've paid for this football match. I can turn up half an hour. It's long enough to get in. If they are encouraging us to get in earlier than we should, why are they still playing live music outside at like 2:40?
Like, hang on, they're there to entertain the people, but
you don't want us there.
But yeah, that's what I don't particularly understand. And look, I think there was also an issue with people. Obviously, the ticket is on the app. You need an internet connection, I think, to be able to access your ticket. And there are some people that obviously when the capacity gets a bit high, it's more difficult.
Mad to me.
Apparently there were rumours of certain members of staff having to set up hotspots on their phone for other people to get actually like Wi-Fi into so they could get the ticket. That's what Neil Whedon said as well. And
because you can't screenshot or anything, obviously.
You can't, because it's a live QR code that constantly refreshes, because otherwise, you'll be able to share it with other people and all that kind of stuff. And you'll have been able to see on YouTube, if you've watching that way rather than listen to the podcast, there have been plenty of people that have been responding to our comments. There were some people that went in at 2:10 and 2:15 or whatever saying, what are you asking me a question for? It's absolutely fine. But there were some that maybe finish work a little bit later or can't turn up to Dean Court until 2:30 that really struggle. Dave Stone was one of them. There was Joe, who had more problems as well. And there are some other comments from more that sort of do suggest that it was an absolute nightmare. Some say it didn't appear to be a ticket issue for them. It was the searches. Other people saying it was down to the tickets. Very confusing at this point. But we got to say that there are people that did manage to get sat and easy. So, but hopefully these issues will be sorted. I think the key, as with most of these things, like just some preemptive messaging from the club, like to say, obviously it's a new ticket system. There might be problems. Please try to get to your seat for 2:15. Like for instance, with the only having one pre-season friendly. Yeah. There was about 2 weeks of fans kicking off on social media. There's only one friendly at home. But then it just took Jim Favola in a video with a couple of fans from the fan advisory board, and he said the pitch is being laid a bit later this season. We can only do one. We'd love to do more. If that was said originally, then no one would be worrying about it.
Yeah, they're just a little bit more. And listen, if it's just a one-off thing and it was the first game and it was new system and stuff, it is what it is. But I'm hoping it won't carry on. I'm not that confident that it'll just suddenly go out, but that's just the way it is. But I don't know if there was, obviously for me, because I've got the card, a bit different, but I don't know if it was there is a new system, so potentially it's just that and people getting used to it. But I think I'm bang on with you, mate. I think you can't ask people to get there really early, but then putting on, you've got the bar open and the music going on. You go, well, why are you getting us gone? But I reckon I might go in there about 2:00 for the next one and see Adley warm up.
Yeah, why not? What a player. And look, it isn't our job. It's not Back of the Net's job. But in the absence of any other requests for feedback out there, we thought we'd put out a tweet and hopefully it'll get seen. We'll certainly pass on the messaging that we get to Cherries Trust, who hopefully can then show fans that they're doing something and asking the right questions as well, because they're the best advert for themselves in this situation. Right? I know they do some brilliant things with banners and encouraging chants, but these are the issues that affect all of us. So hopefully they'll get on to that. And you know what, mate? I didn't even bother getting a drink at half time anymore. I can't be bothered. Well,
because of the queue.
Yeah, no point, mate. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it has gone up a bit as well. Jesus.
Yeah, but you go down to 38, so you're fine. But they've taken away the outdoor.
Yes, I did realise that.
Dispensers. Which
I don't know why they've taken that away.
I don't know. I thought they want to make more money, but maybe not.
Yeah, well, they do, mate. I've seen the prices.
Look, I suppose not having a drink at half time and not queuing meant I could chat to you some more, mate. So there are silver linings. Exactly. And look, we
do you know, I think I mentioned this to you, by the way.
Go on.
Because I know everyone has a go at me about it, but I still have to queue a little bit because there are a lot of people down there on 38, by the way. But now I've got into this thing where I have to go down on 38. It's stupid superstitious thing. And there was quite a lot of stoppages, wasn't there, for injury? And I think, God. So sometimes I miss more than I normally do.
What, 5
minutes added? So gutted, but I still only just made the send it off as well.
Yeah, well,
I'm a
look,
slow drinker when it gets to that point.
you haven't missed a goal.
Exactly,
so
mate.
don't worry about it. We won't worry about the league table either because we're top half, lads. We started as we finished last season, 9th place at the moment. There we are.
Gutted when Everton won, though. I was like, Europe's out.
I know, early days, but we'll take it. Stop the count right now. I expect Arsenal fans would be saying that exact same thing. But yeah, Bournemouth are 9th in the table.
No, Villa's there.
If you are watching YouTube, you might see a load of graphics on screen, and we've got them from SofaScore, and we're partnering with them this season. If you're a Cherries enthusiast and you want real-time football updates and in-depth stats, then SofaScore is the free app for you. It gives you so much information, like I say, instant live scores. You can analyse every player. You use it a lot, don't you?
I do, mate. I've said this on the last one, that it's really good for if you're watching a game live and then you think, I swear he was really good. I swear he covered so much ground. You just go on there, bang. Oh yeah, he did cover the most ground, or no, he didn't. I'm watching something shit. My eyes have failed me. But no, really good for all the stats, and just interesting when you're playing a team and you can see how high they are. It's just everything you want, really. I can't think of a stat that's not really on there, so it is cool.
Yeah, we use it to analyse the average positions and all that kind of stuff. So look, if that kind of stuff interests you, it's a free app and it's a brilliant app. So why not download it? There's a QR code on screen. If you're watching on your TV, just get your phone, scan it, and it will take you straight to the app. There's also a pinned comment. Check out the YouTube description. There's a link there. Or just go to afcbpodcast.com/SofaScore. Each download goes directly to helping this channel. But not only that, you're getting a quality football app too. So afcbpodcast.com/SofaScore. Okay, then. Team lineups, then, Tom.
Do I have to do this again, do I? 11 out of 11.
11 out of 11. What do you for Wolves, though?
Oh, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. But yeah, you did well for Bournemouth. One of the things I would say is that obviously we'll look to the bench shortly, but I kind of like the fact that even though new names are being introduced, it sort of puts out the message to the players that played well at Liverpool. Well done. Yeah. You've earned your start here, and
absolutely.
It also promotes harmony with the squad as well. You'd think.
Yeah, you would have thought so, mate. And I couldn't see a way that you would break any of them up, because even the players that you'd say, maybe they weren't quite as good. There's not. For example, I thought Senesi had a tough time at Anfield at times, but I'm going to leave him out suddenly because of that one performance. So, yeah, they all earned the right to play again. And, that's why I went with it, mate. And I think for them, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I got 9.
Yeah.
But I like it when I just make it. I reckon Arias might come in. Oh, so that was lovely. So I look good on that.
One thing you did say, by the way, about Bournemouth is that you thought that Semenyo and Brooks would swap sides.
I did, didn't I?
And that's what happened.
So basically, if you haven't subscribed and hit the bell, I literally said Brooks and Semenyo switch sides. Yeah. We're going to play the same team. We're going to win 1-0. What more can I do?
What more do you want? Can I have the lottery numbers? But look at that bench, though, mate. There was one bit within the vlog where I just 5 of them were warming up in front of me, and it was just my mouth was watering just looking at some of these players that we can bring on. Yeah, really nice. And listen, you've got to look at people like Traoré, by the way, got an assist, but came on at Liverpool and done fine. Winterburn, assist.
He did get an assist. Winterburn, you could tell that Andoni likes Winterburn. He brings so for 2 players who came on at Anfield to not make the bench, and rightly so. It's hard to get them in there. I did wonder if Traoré might be in over a Soler or Araujo, because you need both of them on there. Yeah. But obviously at the moment he's going with that, and the depth is the thing that we've been worried about for a bit. And obviously at the start of the season you should have more depth because you shouldn't have as many injuries, which we don't. It's just Lewis Cockanu now, isn't it? Really, but it's so nice to see that, because you just go into it and then go, which ended up transpiring in a different way, which we'll talk about. But you end up going, if we need something to change, look at them options and the energy. That's because you know how much intensity the lads put in, and some of the subs that come off, in the game, they've ran themselves into the ground, but now we can just go, all right, you ran yourself to the ground, bit of freshness on. Yeah. And he trusts people like James Hill just go in the midfield, because he just goes, you're reliable, you give me energy. Adams is, ran out of legs. Perfect. Wolves fans must be loving Bournemouth when they come down. It's always good weather. It was for those 2 games within the space of 8 days last season. And again, it was gorgeous. So it was nice to be back. And my God, it started off pretty frantically, didn't it? I think Trippier fired over a cross for Brooks at the far post, who was leaning back a little bit too much over the bar. Wolves were up the other end as well, and had a chance where I think Monetsi put it over. Yes. Senesi sort of jumped early for a header, and then Diakite was left 1-on-1. I must say that Diakite did... He done enough. Do enough to put him off. Yeah, sometimes even if you don't win it, you get your body there, just make it a little bit nastier for him, and he did that. I mean, I've seen a few of the Dave, the Wolves fan, and seen then some of their bits, and they are saying with Menezes, he seems to be, because I don't know a lot about him, he's scored a few worldies, but he said when he's got a chance you'd expect him to do, he always fluffs it. So, probably a good player for it to fall to from our perspective. But yeah, we were by far better and we looked energetic, but there were a few, I think I said this to you at half time, there were a few little moments where they caught us that probably kept us alert defensively as well, which wasn't a bad thing.
One of the things that was very noticeable, though, and noticeable for the goal that we scored, was the intense pressing. Can we just take some time out to appreciate Tyler Adams, by the way?
Honestly, mate.
Had he mistimed that'd have been a yellow. But he comes in like an absolute steam train and somehow manages to win the ball, which puts Semenyo in, who then plays in Tav.
I never thought I would chant USA ever.
Mate, there are people behind me doing it.
He's made me. Yeah. No, honestly, if we want to touch on it now, we're Tyler. By the way, I don't know, because you know now on X where Bournemouth say who was your man of the match, they don't actually give you a poll, do they? You just write in the comments.
Oh, don't know, yeah.
But they put a picture up of 4 people, don't they?
Oh, okay.
Tyler Adams is not on it. Like,
what?
He's not on it, and everyone's commenting Tyler Adams.
Yeah.
He was sensational.
Because like Brooks was the in-stadium man, and
yes, he was.
Sponsors,
and I thought Brooks played well, but for me, it had to be Tyler. I think if which we'll come on to, that screamery at second half, that goes in, I think he gets it. But honestly, and it's just that he must be so horrible to play against if you're a midfielder. He just won't leave you alone.
Yeah.
And then when he gets it, he normally just does the right thing with it. But yeah, I was really pleased that the goal came through it as well, because it, for him, always doing that, taking a lot out of himself, for it to show that it's made a goal. And he, like I just mentioned, he had to come off because he ran himself to the ground. But he was absolutely sensational, mate. I love watching him. And yeah, it came from that. Nice little ball with Tav and perfect finish. What a good finish it was. Perfect finish. It was on target. It was on target. Yeah. And some angles make the deflection look less emphatic. But yeah, it did. That helped massively, of course. And I think Tav probably thinks he's had a few chances in pre-season and at Anfield that he keeps he'll scuff it or hit the ground. Glad he needed one to go for him, so I was really pleased for him. But yeah, really pleased for him. And yeah, Tyler Adams, I mean, you mentioned that shot in the second half, and it sounds like I'm jumping ahead, but I think I might have mentioned one of my friends is a school teacher. I'm taking a daughter, by the way, to Splashdown tomorrow, right? You're so lucky. Mate, I love Splashdown. I'm going to tell you something. I've never been to Splashdown in my life. Genuinely, I'm going tomorrow. I can't wait. I've never been in my life. Do you know we done that Christmas show once with Tiggs, and you were saying some of the films you hadn't seen? Yeah, I know. And we were like, was it Home Alone? Yeah. Oh, no, I've seen that. What was it? Forrest Gump or whatever. I ain't got time for that. There were some films that we were like, well, I'm more amazed at this. You've never been a Splashdown. But anyway, place. Sarah, my friend, she's a teacher, and the schools do the community visits and stuff. And there was like Fletch with Steve Cuss and Tyler Adams, and one of the lads, one of the school kids, asked Tyler in the Q&A, what was your favourite goal for AFC Bournemouth so far? Oh, he hadn't scored, has he? He's like, that could have been the conversational change of this weekend. However, didn't quite happen. Great save by Jose Sá, though. Yeah, most of it. But yeah, and speaking of close chances, mate, Semenyo. It was easier. It was a lot easier to score. How he missed that, I do not know. Same as the what pre-season one was it? Was a West Ham game where Evan Nilsson hit the post. Oh my god! You know when you see one, you go, it's harder to hit the woodwork there. But I think this one was harder than the Evan Nilsson one because of he's just running in. He just thinks he's just got contact. Yeah, but the contact was just almost too good. Too good. Yeah, he hit it too sweet. Can we talk about Brooks's little float? Brooks has got this really incredible knack of being able to cross whilst on the run, and it just floats over. It doesn't particularly need to have any pace, and it just meets Semenyo so well. And he did that a few times during the game. I thought that is absolutely brilliant. And like you mentioned earlier, the first chance was Brooks getting on the other end of it. Yeah. Well, like at the moment, we've had it a few times, and obviously it worked to perfection at Liverpool. That we're having Brooks and Semenyo seem to be getting on the end of each other's, which is really good. I love that. I always think a winger, when it's on the opposite side, sometimes you can have wingers that then kind of go missing a little bit because it's on the other side. You want to burst in at the back post, and that happened again. But yeah, it was when that hit the bar, I thought, if that goes 2-0, I think the floodgates open. It really could have done. And we were having these. There were some really lovely little passages of play. I remember this point in the first half where
Brooks, I think, played the ball to Evan Nilsson, who back-heeled it back to Brooks. And Brooks looked like he was going to shoot, but it was a fantastic challenge from their centre-back. But we had quite a few moments like that.
Yeah, there was, because we obviously talk about a few little link-ups now and again. I don't think I've really spoke about it. We've really touched on it much. First 2 games, Ever and Brooks.
Yeah.
When Ever's drifted to that right side, there's been a few little good interchanges between the pair of them.
Trefair and Semenyo as well.
Yeah, it's nice to have, little partnerships like that. And yeah, I know exactly what one you mean over kind of by the dugouts and that. Yeah. And the little flick of that. And I turned to my mate at that moment and showed me the way to Barcelona. I thought, I'm not taking fifth. It was unbelievable.
If we're going to talk about sort of link-up play there as well, let's also consider the midfield 3 and how Alex Scott, in that sort of, number 8?
Yeah, he was kind of a bit more advanced, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's kind of, your Tyler Adams, your first line, and then you add Alex Scott, and then Tav a bit further on. But I thought in that kind of box-to-box role, he's sort of developing into the player that I've always wanted him to be.
He's certainly getting there. There's still, I think I said it on...
Room for improvement. But...
Yeah, oh God, yeah. But he's still young and he's had bad injury stuff. But there's something that you're looking at him and you go, God, he's so intelligent sometimes, really good. But there's times where I think you're that good, you can go and beat a few more men.
Can, yeah.
I do think, again, I think we spoke about this at half time. I do feel like that kind of confidence and being the man that I'm starting again, because he was coming in at the team. I feel like now he's kind of driving with the ball a little bit more. Yeah. There's a few lovely little touches, and he gets fouled so much.
Yeah, he's like Jack Grealish, isn't he?
I remember you saying that to me, and I thought that's bang on because of that low centre of gravity and just whatever the way his body is, he's just going to get fouled all the time. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, especially in the first half. I thought he was really good.
But Wolves didn't not have chances. That Strand Larsen header from a Hoover cross. Yeah. Good save from Petrovic. Very good save, actually. Didn't parry out in front of him, but managed to get it to go to the right-hand side.
That's exactly what I thought, mate, because it looks like just straight, because he should do probably a little bit better with the header. But yeah, it was the way that he got down so quickly, but also I just thought when it come in, I'm right behind it. I think if you parry that could just go in the bottom corner. So get it round. Yeah. Really big save. But that was, as we mentioned, mate, a few little scares. I think just keep you switched on because we were by far the better team. But yeah, they were having a little scare. So, but it was good to get in the break. 1-0 up anyway.
During that half, nice round of applause and chant for Semenyo in the 24th minute, just to show our love for him. And he even tweeted a thank you as a result. So it's really good to see so many people getting behind that. Right, second half then. We wanted more of the same, really, in terms of chance creation. I think we had 6 shots to their 3 in the first half. We bettered that in the second half. We had 8 shots and they had 3. And it wasn't long before they were down to 10 men. But Brooks, by the way, that through ball to Evan Nilsson, that was sumptuous, mate.
Again, Brooks and Ever, and yeah, it was an unbelievable pass. Really, really was. And Ever does the right thing, gets by. And I think he's probably going to go round the keeper, the way he looked like he was shaped up.
But it's just that right hand on his kind of midriff and it just pushed him over.
And you could tell Ever... when he went down, Ever was like banging the floor, like really annoyed because he's thinking, there's a chance for him to score. He's a striker, and I like that. But so he wouldn't have gone down. And yeah, it was one of them says it was quite easy. The only thing at the time, when you're watching live, is it in the box? So obviously it was out, but that was the only thing I was thinking. But straight red. But I've said this before, sometimes that gives the team a little bit of something, and it was strange because I thought Wolves got better.
It galvanised them. Yeah. It really did, and they almost have an aim and a target then. Yeah, just to try to stay compact as they possibly can, break when they can. But for Bournemouth, it's almost like the pressure is relieved a little bit as well. So a combination of those two factors meant that it felt like, whilst there weren't many like clear-cut chances, it felt like Wolves had more of the ball, and it just kind of thought, ooh, is there a moment here where they're going to somehow take a chance, or we're going to have a lapse of concentration? They're going to get in like they have tended to do when we play them at home in the Premier League, at least. Thankfully, we managed to keep them out. And El Marino, by the way, was El Marino a thing?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything, which is... I've got to have El Marino. I think I got it like twice, but I really want El Marino. It's not fair. Or a new one. Let's mix it up.
But get a new one in.
Got to have something. But yeah, it's a weird game when games are like that, because you look back at it and go, they didn't really trouble us. But in the moment, it's 1-0. Wolves, and I think you said this in the previous one, Wolves are known to stay in games
they
quite a lot, and then the only thing that I remember when we were cruising and Cunha scored an absolute worldie last season.
That was the Cup. And then he got sent off after that as well, didn't he?
But I did feel like they don't look like they've got that quality anymore. I'm not being funny. I know they went down to 10 and I thought we played well. And I know they always are crap in August, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they don't look No, they don't look good at all.
They are looking to sign. Aren't they close to signing someone for like 20 mil today?
Are they? I haven't seen them. But yeah, you worry about them in the sense that if Strand Larsen were to go, they're in big trouble because I think he's like the only striker they've got, really.
Yeah. Well, look, there were some changes that were made by us, and I did feel as though we managed to kind of wrestle back a little bit of control. Whilst maybe individually, some of them, well, not for all, some were very impressive, but like Ryan Christie came on. I think you said on the fan cams, it was good to have that energy, but he gave the ball away more than he usually does.
Yeah.
Justin Cliver was okay, managed to get a shot away, his usual industrial self, but also Amin Adli as well, and Tom. I mean,
Mark and Messi.
Those three. I mean, yeah, they helped to bring more energy. Just before Brooks went off, by the way, we did have another chance where he floated the ball over. Again, one of his kind of crosses on the run. And then Evan Nilsson looked like he took a heavy touch away from Tav, who was running.
Tav was gutted.
And then it fell to Semenyo anyway.
Yeah.
Who blazed it?
Who blazed it. It was one of them horribles. But yeah, you could tell when it come in, Tav was just about to run onto it, but Eva didn't know he was there. And yeah, it was frustrating, but we were still getting in there. But like you said, mate, yeah, the three subs, see Christian Adley just before Clivert, perfect. Then look at them before he coming on. I mean, Jesus.
Adley, what an instant impact. And he was involved in that first move that put that Tyler Adams chance on. Because I think the cross was like slightly blocked, then Eva played it back to Tyler Adams. And I was expecting the net to bulge. Really.
Oh, no, it was a good save, to be fair. It was similar to Petrovic's against Wirtz last week, actually, where he just tipped that over from a...
Petrovic, I like him.
But yeah, I think it was this the one where Adley, like, the player come in and just went, boop, and just skipped past him and ran. And I was like, oh, I tell you what, because he never gets mentioned, by the way. So Adley was unbelievable when he come on. It just like, that's the perfect cameo. You're running at people, you're getting the fans' bums off seats. I love that. The reason he also was cutting in and doing it so much, Smithy's still going. So I just don't think it gets enough credit.
The decoy run.
That decoy run that Smithy was making all the time. Because then, they were doubling up on Adley. One of them has to keep an eye on Smith. And
Smith must be knackered. He must be knackered.
I just think he's getting... It's
getting better.
I definitely think it doesn't surprise me that because of the experience and age that he seems defensively more intelligent. But I just thought I'm not sure he's going to be able to keep. But he is. He is. I mean, he was brilliant at Anfield as well. So yeah, I wanted to mention Smudger. But yeah, Adley, that's a perfect cameo. Can't wait to see him tomorrow night again. He was. He looked like he had boxer tricks, didn't he? And looked like he's. But there was even one moment where he chased back and won it back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I like that about
someone's already put together a compilation. I don't know why. How do these like YouTube channels manage to get away with using footage and stuff? Because if we did that, we'd get like copyright strike and everything. But they just put together these little short bits where I think it shows every touch. So it even does show his like wayward cross that goes for a. Throw into Wolves.
When he had a few really silky runs and we were going, look at this player, and then he kicked that one out and we all went, it's Dango. Oh my God. He's been amazing, and then he's just kicked the ball out of play. But no, that was the only thing he'd done wrong, and really nice cameo. Looking forward to seeing more of him, mate.
Yeah, and just nice to see like Christie back, Cliver back, more fitness please. Hopefully they'll be involved against Brentford. Who was your statistical man of the match according to who scored, Tom?
Ooh,
statistical.
Tav be up there, got the goal. I don't think I can't remember him losing the ball much. So Tav's got to be up there for me. I think Brooksy, maybe. Go for them too. I don't know.
The main man was, let's have a look, Tavernier by the looks of it.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's actually a Wolves player.
Okay, like Agbadou for them. How's he got 8.1?
I don't know.
Just blocks and tackles and
Maybe
stuff?
won a lot of headers, a lot of blocks. Yeah, not sure. But yeah, Tav because of the goal as well. And that makes quite a lot of sense.
But you're right with Brooks, 7.8.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Brooks is pretty decent as well. But yeah, didn't Petrovic get a better rating at Liverpool when he let him fall? Yeah. When he's got a clean sheet? It's mad, isn't it, some of the stats? So like Semenyo is always going to look bad because he had so many shots that missed the target.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a little statistical one. But yeah, I don't know if you agree. For me, it was Tyler Adams.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that. So we've talked about Brooks with, Semenyo, of course. We've also mentioned Alex Scott as well. And we've touched on Trufair as well, but this boy is...
He looks good.
Out of a signing.
Yeah, he looks really good.
He's like seamlessly fitted in.
Yeah, it's I'm very surprised at how quickly.
I've forgotten about Kirkhouse completely.
I know what you mean. I'm very, very surprised at how quickly he's managed to come in. But again, that's why I know it's not easy to do. That's why I do love it when he come in before the tour. So he got the pre-season with the group. Yeah. You got to remember, Diakite hasn't had that. Adley hasn't had that. And I think that's helped. But yeah, at the moment, Kirkhouse is Kirkhouse, and absolutely brilliant to watch. He just seems he's a lot calmer, which is not hard, calmer than Kerr gets, for God's sake. But yeah, everything he does, I feel really comfortable with him. He's defensively looks pretty astute as well. So yeah, really liking what I see from him. But also, I'm looking forward to seeing Soler again maybe tomorrow night, because we haven't seen much of him. So hopefully we've got 2 really good left backs now.
I'm clutching at straws if I'm going to be trying to talk about negatives from that. But
Not getting the second goal.
Yeah. Evan Nilsson.
I've seen a few people say it, so I disagree personally.
Yeah.
I think he needs to start having more chances himself.
Because I can't remember him registering a shot.
No, I don't think he did. And he's not. But what he's doing is I guarantee that the players in that 3 behind him, if you like, Brooks, Semenyo, Scott, Tav, whatever, that they will all love him.
He's the key to unlock what they need to do, right?
Some of his runs, and I think we said it last week, didn't we? Worst I've ever seen Konate play, the Liverpool centre half. It's because Ever just wouldn't let him breathe. And I know they're completely different players, but I remember, we had a long time with Solanke where we're going, he does help everyone else, but he's just doesn't score. And it did take him a while, and then he did. So I'm really, he definitely, don't get me wrong, he's not fault. He needs to be, he's a centre forward in a team that create a lot. Yeah. He's got to be having a shot in that game. Obviously, he would say, rightly so, that he would if he didn't get pushed in the back.
I think even on our Telegram group, there were some people that were comparing like Ouattara with Evan Nilsson.
Do you think pointless?
Do you think people maybe get seduced by the explosivity or explosiveness, if that's a word, of Dango Ouattara, whereas with Evan Nilsson, it's not that. It's just hard work, isn't it?
No, Dango put a really good shift when he went up top for us for a bit. But I can only really remember, in terms of he had that one game, that Forest game. He was good in the other game, but it was just that one game, everything just clicked for him, and he probably deserved that. But yeah, I think Ever gives a lot to the team. I think he's top. I think, I want him to be having, even if he's just smashing a shot at the keeper, I want him to be looking like he's going to score in games. Whereas at the moment, because most of the time we're an attacking side, we create chances, but he wouldn't be your favourite to get the first goal.
No,
if you were putting a bet on the first goal scorer, you'd go for Semenyo first, definitely. But I have no doubt in Ever. Really looking forward to seeing a bit more Krupi, because I thought he showed a few nice touches when he come on. And listen, if he can play against Brentford and nick a goal, he might be pushing Ever a little bit. But no, I'm well happy with Ever, mate.
Well, Brentford in the Carabao Cup then, we'll just touch on that, because look, it's a very, very quick turnaround, so we might as well do a mini preview whilst we're at it, and we should really see a few of these faces starting, you would hope. For instance, Ben Gannon-Doak.
Yes, Adley.
Yeah, maybe Ryan Christie could start a game. Do you think perhaps?
Yeah, I was trying to think about it quickly.
It all depends on injury management, doesn't it?
Super Willie in goal.
Yeah.
Big Will and goal. I assume that what would be interesting, if Araujo plays, then I would think, okay, we're going to kick. If he suddenly doesn't play, he's going, in my opinion. Because I reckon Senesi will probably stay in. Yeah. So I reckon it will probably, for me, it'll probably be Araujo, Hill, Senesi, Soler. I'm not sure he's going to play in the deep role, because obviously there's no Lewis Cook. He could try Traore, like he did in pre-season, next to Christie, because I think Christie will play. I think ahead of them, he's probably going to start Clive and try and give him an hour. I would have thought Adley and Gannon-Doak and then Krupi. It's probably what I think. But again, he might think, actually, I'll play Clive for half hour, I'll start Winterburn.
Yeah.
We have got options in there, mate. We've still got Blue Fed here.
Sometimes he does go strong in cups,
and then you can take him off. Yeah, you could do that. It wouldn't bother me at all. But I think we've got the squad now that's still strong. Yeah. And if Brentford make a few changes, which I expect them to, I hope they do, because they've got the main man Dango.
What a goal. Yeah, and as I said on the vlog, and such a Dango goal on it. Dango.
Such a Dango goal.
Brilliant pace to manufacture that chance. But when he's through on goal, hit it towards the keeper, and it just rebounded to him. And he didn't take it with his right foot that I thought he should. He just hit it with his left. He's so unconventional.
I know, but it worked, and they won the game 1-0 as well.
They won the game.
Mad. And obviously, I think I said it on the fan counts, but Jane Lantley went up for Burnley as well. Yeah. Kiefer Moore got a brace in the champ. We've actually run football. But yeah, no, I was pleased for Dango, to be honest. I was really pleased for him. Beating Villa, so that was a big result for Brentford, so they'll probably be in good spirits ahead of the game. Yeah. Be interested to see what they do, if they play Dango, if they take him out. Because I think he played from a wide position in a front three.
On the right-hand side.
Yeah, so that's why we've seen most of him. But yeah, no, it was a good goal. I did, when the clip come through, I saw him running in behind. I saw Mings. Yeah. And then by the time Dango had gone, I thought, where's Mings gone? And just pace.
Do you not have time to get his elbow out?
No, he couldn't get across, mate. Couldn't get across, old Mingsy boy.
Just remind me, can this go to extra time or not? Or is it straight to pens?
Straight to pens, unless it's changed. Straight to pens. Oh, Dango Panenka. Will Dennis the hero? Oh my God!
Okay,
get a thumbnail ready.
I'm going to ask this right now. What's your prediction?
What's my prediction?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on. What's your prediction? Put it in the comments.
I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
I think it's going to go pens.
Dear. And
3-2 on pens.
We're going to win on pens.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's going to happen. But your predictions of 100% record so far, well, almost.
Yeah, I went 3-1 of the Liverpool game, but 4-2, 3-1's the same. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think we'll make a few changes, but I still think we'll be strong. So looking forward to it. And yeah, but by the next time we do one, we might have another body through the door potentially. It might be a few more out. So yeah, still exciting, mate.
However you've been consuming this, whether it's been via the audio pod or via YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure you do those couple of things that Tom said. Remind me, what was it they need to do?
Big fat subscribe button. That's the main one.
Yeah, that's the big red one, right?
Big red one. There's a little bell that tells them when videos are out and
right,
stuff. Yeah. And then click the like one because you liked it so much. And yeah, if you need more reasons to do it, 1-0, predicted 11 out of 11, and Sam's going to splash down apparently.
Up the chairs. Come on.
Zambezi drop.
Zambezi what?
And that was my one.
Oh, I thought it was a new signing.
That was my one. Baron's Revenge, pointless, mate. It takes about, you just got that, you're down. Absolutely, don't even bother going up them steps. Actually, no, you got it, Black Thunder.
That's so Southampton, going straight down.